Hey guys, welcome to Kipoerneke's Corner. I am back in Watcher of Realms at the moment, and I was in here earlier today, and I did some things that I didn't actually intend to do. Which, first of all, I unlocked Gear Dungeon now, and definitely didn't think that was going to happen. I just thought, well, I'll go and try out that last gear raid that I needed to unlock on the stage 18. And so I did it, and somehow I won. Uh, so we unlocked gear dungeons, and turns out when you unlock gear dungeons, it does that cool thing where you no longer have a choice about what you do at that point, and so you just have to click all of the buttons that it wants you to. I couldn't even check my stats to find out like who did the most damage, who was the one who actually helped me get to that point. But anyway, so I did open that up, and it made me do the first fight of Gear Dungeon 1, so I cleared that, not on video, unfortunately. So, here I am checking on a background fight thing. I think, looks like it. No, maybe not. Heck, I don't even know what I just clicked on. Ha! All right, well, we got 3 diamonds and 2 insignia of melee attack threes, 2 insignia of marksman threes. It's got to be the mine, maybe. I think so. 1 arena permit, 2 auto fight attempts, 3 mithril, 2 insignia of mages, 8,000 gold, 33 stamina, and 5,600 hero XP potions. Yeah, it's bound to have been the mine that I clicked on there, right? Ah, yeah, absolutely was. Okay, and then we'll claim another 150 gold that's been gathering as I've been blathering on. Okay, so Root has also refreshed because it just turned midnight over here. And we got a rare summoning crystal for 20% off at 70 diamonds, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so got that. Another thing that I did earlier was I went and did, I can't think of the name of it. It's an Immortal Codex thing. Hold on, let's go down. It was Immortal Codex, and then it was the second one that's on this list. So it's Hellfire Emperor. So I tried that out just to, I hadn't done it yet. And so I thought, well, hey, these things are going to expire. Because I saw that I had my Wasteland Titan reward, which I did okay. In the Hellfire Emperor, I did better than I expected to, really. I didn't have high hopes for it, and I don't know that I chose the right people or anything. I just thought that I would throw something at it and see how it went. And I got a C rating, which apparently is, it says top 83%. That's not exactly a phenomenal number. Like, hey, I've definitely done better than 17% of the people who gave this a shot. But hey, I'll take it. Basically what this is it's this boss at the top here. And what you can't see in here is there's these little pathways. And so these guys come out from the east and the west, and they go toward the center. They go down this little winding path and then up through the very center of the map. And they go toward that demon dude in the middle there, the Hellfire Emperor, as it turns out. And as they go along, they're kind of losing health. And when they expire, when they die, they give some healing, they give some health back to a hero who's near them. Let's see if I can find more details on this, because, okay, let's see here. I think what I'm referring to here is not this. Maybe it just tells it here. It is imperative for heroes to prevent the absorption of these monsters by the Hellfire Emperor. Yeah, we know that. Okay, here's the one. These monsters gradually lose HP, and upon their demise, they deal damage to the Hellfire Emperor while restoring HP of the nearest hero. So if you can kill them off, then they will heal the guy nearest them, and they will also damage the Hellfire Emperor himself. But he's constantly doing this this damage to your heroes, so your heroes are getting healed. but they're also getting damaged. And you have to use all melee units for this. Now, I didn't try. I don't think that I tried using. No, maybe I did. Heck, I don't know. I can't remember if I tried using Talon in here or not. It feels like she would have been a good option. And I can't recall if I had thrown her in or not, because she can be either ground or platform unit. Anyway, I thought a C rating was it was okay. It was all right. I'm not sad about it. There's another one here, the Furious Torrent, that I haven't tried at all. I'm kind of curious. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure if I have done it before or not. Maybe I'll come back to it later tonight. I'm not sure. I'm gonna hop out of here, try to get some of these dailies knocked out real quick for sure. But not only that, I have some other things. I noticed some stuff opened up whenever I did the gear dungeon. Whenever the gear dungeon opened up, some other things also opened up. Suddenly, for instance, I have this, like, I don't know what it is. It's a flying hamster, maybe, or I'm not really certain. Perhaps it's I don't know. Is it guinea pig? Perhaps it's a flying guinea pig. Not sure. It's kind of black and white, maybe some, I don't know, brownish gray over there, and it's got wings and little tiny legs and a short snout. Not sure what it is, but it has a parchment over its head with a little red dot. So let's check that out. Oh, Sasquatch, how you doing, man? Needs 6 tanks with block artifacts and high HP builds. I'm sure that's true. I just threw in whatever I had. I don't know, whatever I felt like would be good at the moment, which is why I don't recall if I had who I had involved there. I doubt that I had much in the way of block artifacts. I'm pretty sure that Adrian has on, he's got on his special artifact, which is good. I had considered before I started, I had thought about doing like a full Northerner tribe team, because I thought it would be cool to have all those shields, but that's not what I ended up doing. I did go with Adrian, of course, and I know that I had the Lord that I have for the Northerners, but I don't remember if that might be Isolde, might be who I have, something like that. And I know that I had arrogance, or at least I don't know that I had arrogance actually. Now that I think on it, I'm not sure, really not sure who all I went with. But all right, let's see here. Let's check on this little hamster guy or guinea pig. Maybe he's a guinea pig. Let's try him. What on earth is it? Daily goals. It's a new kind of daily goals, weekly goals, challenge goals, setup. What is this? Okay, daily goals setup. Let's look at that. That looks promising. Claim and give friendship points one time. This just looks like, oh. We can select and unselect things. Oh, interesting. So it's selected goals will be displayed in daily, weekly, and challenge goals. Okay. So this is just looking like the stuff that normally shows up for me, but it's just being shown to me in a different format. Is that what's happening here? That's interesting and different. Perhaps it just coincided with me opening up Gear Dungeon, and it's not related. I'm not sure. Very strange, kind of cool. I think I like it. I feel like I do. Not sure what I want to click in my setup here, but I'm pretty sure that's definitely a rodent. We've got a flying rodent here. Potentially, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of a rodent it is. Sasquatch says Isolde works well for that. Yeah, I thought that she would be good, just because of the northerner thing. Sasquatch says, or Sasquatch, as a matter of fact, says, it's not related, just an easy way to keep track of all the systems in the game so you don't miss anything. Yeah, no, I think it's a cool concept. It's gonna drive me crazy possibly if it's got a little red dot there all the time. So I'm gonna have to definitely change the way it's set up at some point so that I don't have, like, for the the weekly goal. I may not necessarily want that showing. Not really. Like, why is make one purchase in... Oh, okay. We've got make one purchase in the Awakening shop and make one purchase in the Arena shop. That's interesting. I wonder why I would want to do that. I normally don't make any purchases in the Awakening shop. I normally do in the Arena shop, but typically not in the Awakening shop. Is there an advantage to doing that? Perhaps. We'll see. Let's just X out of it for now. Oh, that's even extra strange. So I X'd out of it, and now the little red dot is gone. Entertaining. I guess it just wanted me to be aware that it exists. Alright, now we have dude in reddish-brown robes right here. It is Malric. Malric says, Commander, the greatest power often lurks where you fear to tread. Ha, not where I fear to tread, friend. Commander says, your words are always alluring, but I won't be led by the nose. Malric says, ha, a true champion never fears a challenge. Don't you want to test your limits? This sounds like peer pressure, guys. I don't know. Commander says, I will go, not because of your persuasion, but to see what tricks you're truly hiding. Man, I think you're already one step in the door right now. Malric says, all I want is for you to face your destiny head on. Well, that just is... I don't know about that Malric fellow. I'm a little concerned about him right now. Narrator says, within the shattered ruins stands an ancient altar emanating an imperial glow. Place the keystone into the altar to activate it. Oh, hey guys, yeah, y'all have told me about Malric's thing. Malric's Halls of Illusion, it says. Alright, place the keystone into the altar to activate it, and then it's going to force me to click this button here with the blue background and the green gem and 10 stamina. But I guess they're not stamina, they're green stamina? I don't know. Whoa. Please select a trial keystone to insert. Well, I thought I did. Mossy Quartz level 1. Target trial, Mossy Quartz. Recommended BP, 460,000. Deployment limit, 10. Energy. So it is energy, but it's not stamina. So I used to call stamina energy because I assumed that's what it would be called. But then I determined, I believe that someone told me actually, that it was called stamina. And now here we are in Malric's Halls of Illusion, and it turns out energy is definitely a thing, and here we have it, folks. Okay, so we've got two little bullet points here. First one says spawns Golden Guard collision at position 1. Now it doesn't tell us what that is, and we cannot click on it because what I've done is I tried to click on it, and it did that whole thing that it used to do all the time where everything goes, dark. And then it just has this one little area, and it's like, no, for real, you have to click the insert button because clearly you didn't gather that from the earlier. Okay, yeah, all right. So the second bullet point here says reduces allies' damage dealt by 15%. Well, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Now, what is it that does this? Is it when I put in the trial keystone, it spawns a Golden Guard and reduces allies' damage dealt by 15%? Interesting. Let's find out. Insert. Okay. A maze in the abyss where corrupted water churns beneath. More ground heroes are needed to block the contaminated, mutated creatures. Now, we have Battle Gallery. We don't know what that is. Wait, first and foremost, why don't we take a look at this little exclamation point up here by Malric's Halls of Illusions. Malric's Halls of Illusions? Let's try it. Trial Keystones. Trial Keystones can be obtained from various game modes. These keystones come in different types and levels, each containing unique ancient inscriptions. Insert them into the altar to open pathways to their corresponding trials. Challenge rules. Each battle consists of multiple waves of monsters. Defeating each wave rewards you with a treasure chest. Once a battle begins, it cannot be restarted. If you exit midway, rewards will be settled based on your current battle progress. You can consume up to 200 keystones per month for trial challenges. Once this limit is reached, no more challenges can be undertaken that month. Keystone energy. Each keystone possesses specific energy. 1 energy is consumed per trial attempt. When the battle ends, if the keystone still has energy remaining, you can choose to forfeit the rewards and leave, then consume energy again to restart the trial. I gotta think about that for a second. Alright, let's check this out. 1 energy is consumed per trial attempt. So when the battle ends, if the keystone still has energy remaining. I'm curious, if 1 energy is consumed per trial attempt, and yet the keystone can still have energy remaining, how does that work exactly? Each keystone possesses specific energy. It implies some keystones have more energy than simply one. So a keystone can have more than 1 energy? Maybe. So if the keystone still has energy remaining, you can choose to forfeit the rewards and leave, then consume energy again to restart the trial. Energy consumption does not count toward the monthly keystone limit. So if like a keystone has 3 energy in it, you could try that trial 3 times and it would only count as using 1 keystone. That's what I'm gathering from this. Now, whether I'm right or wrong, who knows? Destroy keystones. You can destroy keystones that meet the destruction level requirements. Destroying keystones yields no rewards and does not count toward the monthly keystone consumption limit. Okay, so say you used like half of your keystone. Say it had 4 on it, right? And you used 2. And then you destroy that keystone rather than what? Rather than completing it. So maybe you forfeit your rewards and left and didn't get anything from your fights, but you still have some energy left on the keystone. You're sure that you can't do that. You could go ahead and destroy your keystone, and that wouldn't count toward your consumption limit. This is my interpretation of what I'm reading here. It says trial keystones have a storage limit. Once full, you won't be able to obtain any more keystones. Please use them regularly to keep space available. All right, we got a maximum. So it's like the quick clears. There's a max on it. Just like all of the things, the stamina's got a max. Arena permits have a max. But now that being said, like arena permits, you can go over the max. Stamina, you can go over the max. But what I'm reading is that trial keystones, you cannot go over the max. That's where you're at. That's how much you've got. Okay, cool. So now we've learned something, right? All right. How about the battle gallery? What in the world is that? Okay. Wow. Lots of stuff here in this battle gallery. This is a whole thing. Let's see if we can figure out kind of what this looks like a lot. All right. Miasma. Every 3 seconds deals damage equal to 5% of max HP to all allies in the battlefield. You know what's interesting? The symbol on this little tab is the same on each of these things. So we got miasma, flame, thunderhead, rockfall, frostburn, and drowsiness. Same symbol across the board. I suppose it's a type of something. What does it mean? I don't know. What is the popular heroes? Miasma, flame, thunderhead, rockfall, frostburn, drowsiness. We've got different heroes. We don't know why. Okay. Most popular heroes are calculated based on hero pick rates for reference only. So saith the exclamation point at the bottom. All right. On the next tab over, is just more random things. These ones were all like wing guys. Those ones were like burning platter. Now we got wing fellas here. Wing, it's just a wing. It's like we're doing some Nike or something. I don't know what's happening. This is it Hermes? Who knows? Could be his winged foot. I'm not sure. Now we have a helmet or something. Maybe it's a skull. It does things. Is this types of... Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what it means. There's another one of the same type, but it has like a little switch symbol, like you can switch things here. The other one had like an arrow up. Now we have a different kind of helmet. Oh look, Baron will revive upon taking fatal damage and summon a horde of skeletal soldiers to join the battle. So saith this. This is it's got a little bit about Baron here. We got a few different ones. And then somebody named Eralda is mentioned. I don't know if that's another specific hero or what's up here. What's interesting is it talks about Baron, but then when you go on this list, Baron is not here. So is Baron the enemy in something, perhaps? And then we have a dude with some conditions going on. Maybe he's stunned, he's confused, he's not sure what's going on. Perhaps he's even slowed, who would know? All right, cool, interesting. I have no idea. Okay, now what I see is those same symbols here on this I don't know, on this list of conditions. Maybe it's conditions. Spawns golden guard collision at position 1, and it's got this little image. Let's click guides. No, that's completely useless. That just takes me exactly where I was a moment ago. Interesting. Okay, spawns golden. Oh, wait. Spawns golden guard collision at position 1. I see it right here. Now, what is position 1? We do not know. Is it going to be on the map? Is there a map? Let's see. Yes, there is a map. There's a map. Ha! It has numbers on it. It does not have those, it does not have those pictures at all on the map. What we have is 2 soul shards to defend, and it looks like 4 portals that are going to be oncoming. They appear to be ground portals from what I can tell. So we've got a bunch of different waves here. You know, this is reminding me kind of the Christmas event that happened. Rubian, how you doing, man? Looks like you just got a 5-stream streak. Congrats, man. You can see me be confused. So we got these waves. We've got Argent Crusaders, a heavily armed soldier who wields a long sword on the battlefield. He's a common melee guy. Then we got a heavy armored melee guy, skeletal giant shielder. We know about that guy. He taunts. Okay, so on the second wave, we're going to have some of these golden guard. They're the ones who like run into you and do some massive damage on that hit. Wave 3 is going to have all of that again, strangely in a different order on the thing. Now I wonder, when it says 1, 2, 3, and 4, you would think it might be talking about the waves, but it doesn't seem to be talking about the waves. What do the numbers indicate? We don't know. If we click on them, they do nothing. There's no sign of what that means as far as I can tell, because there are 5 waves. There are only 4 numbers. So it's not like wave 1 comes from the first one, wave 2 from the second, or something like that. No, unrelated. Also, there appear to be only 3 kinds of creatures here. So what does this mean? The Black Sewer. Alright. Well, those are the only guys in this. Okay. Oh, Sasquatch says those are the spawn positions. The spawn positions. I saw that referenced here. Spawns Golden Guard collision at position 1. Alright. Position 1 was at the very top of that list. That's not where I found it. Right here. Alright, so position 1 is here. So let's go back again. What was it? Golden Guard collision. Okay, is that the one dude? Is that his name? I don't know. Golden Guard. Yes. Okay, so the collision is just letting us know that he's the kind of guy who rams into you and makes damage happen, I'm assuming. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you. Rubian also says the number is the position the mobs will come from. Yes. Okay, so position 1 is where those rammers are going to come from. Okay, cool. Now, I'm assuming... Alright, so they're going to come out right out the gate on the last 3 waves, but prior to that, they're not going to come in wave 1, they're going to come in wave 2 at the end, and waves 3, 4, and 5 at the beginning. Okay. Alright, interesting. Malwork's Hall of Illusion. Okay, reduces allies' damage dealt by 15%. We don't like that. I don't know if that's just all the time. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. What is the purpose, I wonder, to these guides? it looks to me like it's the same. I mean, it just says the same thing here as it does here. So what are we doing? Like, why do we need to? Is there maybe there's later on going to be some reason to have that? All right, interesting. Now they're recommending a BP of 460,000 for this. We can look at it. Probably get slaughtered. Let's see. Note: once a battle begins, it cannot be restarted. Exiting mid-battle will trigger immediate settlement, and the energy consumed will not be returned. Yes, we have seen that earlier. Alright, so we've got folks who are going to be coming out and trying to ram us with things. Let's see. Let's see what I want to do about that. Okay. I don't know. Let me look at this map again, actually. Okay, so looks like there are 3 platforms that we may be able to use. And otherwise, it's all melee guys that we're going to have access to. So, that's good to know. Not much in the way of platformers. Certainly don't want to waste it on Brienne. Dao-Chan, sure. Idrin is good. Wrath, Arrogance, and Baron is... I'm liking that okay. I wonder... Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see. I think that... I might want... Cetrum... Regulus, perhaps. Okay. Talon, Rosalia, and I feel like we could perhaps do with a Lord either of the well, I think maybe the Watcher? Maybe. Let's see. Who do we have here in that faction? I have forgotten. I know there's somebody, so I think it's a healer, actually. Yeah, that's the one I've been using. And that would be... I think that might be okay. Try that. Now we would have... That would take up all 3 slots on the platforms. I would have a good bit of melee. Perhaps. Alright. Let's go with this for now. We'll adjust accordingly. Alright. Now for the first 2 waves, we're not going to have anybody coming and running at us. We've got that there, and I think, okay. Looking to see where our guys are. It looks like we could... I don't know. This is a very interesting situation. I think I'll put Arrogance here. And then... maybe... I would like to try to get Rosalia somewhere fun and entertaining. Like perhaps here. I've been using her a little bit in Arena earlier. I set up a thing for that. So starting to get a little bit of experience with her, not much. but a little bit. No, I think I might just stick Baron in front of Arrogance. Um, I don't know that it was even very important to get Setchum in here. Um, I, hmm, not sure what I want to do exactly. Kind of curious as to how it's going to go, and I kind of want to watch and see what happens before I make too many decisions about where to put people, and then end up regretting my decisions. So I would like to know, for instance, where the runner guys are going to go, the golden whatever they're called. Um, that would be interesting. Now Rosalia is kind of awesome because in addition to doing like DPS, she also pushes people back. And if you're wondering why I'm not using any of the ultimates, it's just because I'm kind of watching to see what's happening. I would like to know what the situation is before I put more people out and before I start using ultimates. I could just throw some folks out. Okay, there comes a guy right there. Now where is he gonna go? Um, he's running and he's going there. Okay, so let's throw Regulus there. And then, since that's what we're doing, I'll put Leia out to help him not be killed. Now, they're in exactly the wrong spot to hit because of where I've stalked them, but that's okay. We've got Baron down here. Okay, so that's neat. All right. Okay. I think in that case, I'm actually not going to put Citrum there. I think I'm just going to uh, throw out Wrath to increase Arrogance's DPS a little bit. And we could put out both of the others. Uh, it doesn't really matter. What wave are we on? We're wave progress. Looks like we're almost halfway through this. And I'm going to switch over to healing stance there. And do that pushback thing. You may as well put Talon out. She can hit a little bit around herself. So I think I'll put her here, just so that she can start getting some damage in. Whether it's a good idea or not, who knows? Where did I put my people? I think Edrin is up there at the top. So, okay, she's there. I suppose I can throw out Cetrum. Where do I want to put him? Doesn't matter too much. I could put him there. Doesn't matter.
Stage clear.
We're on wave 4 at the moment, it looks like. Well, interesting. So, looks like Arrogance is topping the DPS by a good bit at the moment. Of course, it would be different if I had been using ultimates and things like that, or had stuck people out when I could have done so. Um, as it turned out, it wasn't that important because I think our BP is just so much higher on this than whatever that required. I think it was 400,000 and ours was like 600,000 or something. Upload this battle as a new auto fight record. To the varying tags of keystones, we recommend selecting the most comprehensive lineup possible for uploading auto fight. I mean, we may as well. It's our only one at the moment. So, sure. Upload. I don't know. I don't know why I would not take what I have here. We have options. Give up and leave or claim. So is it because if you lose partway through, then maybe you don't get the full reward? And then you might give up and leave and then come back because there's, I don't know. Remaining energy, 9 of 10, it says. I did read all about this, but it doesn't mean that I comprehended it. So, do each of these keystones have 10 energy that I'm currently using, the mossy ones? And if so, that would give me 10 tries to get this done. Irivian says correct. Let's say you only got to 50%. You may say, yeah, I'll try that again. Okay, that's what I thought was going on. Now, what are these? We don't know. Empyrean Trove number 1. So it can have various, just one random reward out of this box. And then the other one can have a random reward out of that box. Empyrean Trove 1. They both say Empyrean Trove 1, but one of them is purple and one of them is blue. So I'm assuming, due to the color scheme in this game, that the blue ones are more likely to give you not very great stuff, and the purple ones would be more likely to give you a little bit better stuff. That's my guess here. All right, so we're going to click claim, see what we get here. Confirm to claim rewards. Once claimed, the keystone will be consumed. Well, that sounds just lovely. Let's do it. All right, so from the Empyrean Trove 1 blue box, we got one 5-star psychic power shard, 60,000 gold all told. I think 40,000 of that came from the Empyrean Trove 1, and then 20,000 came from the Empyrean Trove 1 purple. Interesting. And then we got this augmentation gem. A gem derived from ancient magical essence can slightly enhance the basic attributes of an artifact. So it's from Malric's Halls of Illusion only, which is why I haven't seen it before. Makes sense. All right, let's close that out. Be impressed with our rewards. Look at the stats, more importantly. All right, so Arrogance topped the DPS on that. Again, this is all going to be skewed because I did it so oddly, but Arrogance number 1, then Etrin a couple million later. Then we go another 1.5 million later for Rosalia. Then Talon, which I feel like I stuck Talon on very, very late. Even so, I'm going to say that the top 3 were probably, it's pretty accurate. I actually think from what I looked at earlier whenever I was running some arenas, I actually feel like Talon was out DPSing Rosalia by a little bit. I don't know, and I'm sure that the obviously circumstances of the way the board is set up matter a lot for Rosalia because of how her lines of damage are, and so depending on what the map looks like and where you can position her, she's going to do vastly different amounts. Talon, I mean, it's true for anybody to an extent, but that extent, is much more important, I think, for Rosalia than it is for a lot of the others. She has a lot more ground she can cover, but it's staggered in a weird way. So sometimes it's not as effective as others, and you kind of have to find a good position for her to hit because of her attack range. Very strange. It's cool though. I like her. She's neat. But I didn't put Setram out until near he was like the last person that I placed, and I waited a long time even after that. So obviously he wasn't going to do very much. Yeah, I mean, and of course Baron and Regulus are not expected to do much. They just live well. Okay, so interesting. Not sure what to think about it yet, but it was interesting. Ghost Island is pretty much shrouded in mist. There we go. Okay, so this thing resets in 16 days, 2 hours, and 21 minutes. The Malrix Halls of Illusions. Monthly usage, we did 1K. Interesting. Capacity, 1 of 150. This is interesting. Okay, so it says 1 and 2. I assume that's level 1 and 2 stones. Or keystones? What are they called? Trial keystones. Yeah, it's right down here. It's not on that screen at all. Please select a trial keystone. Alright, so level 1 or level 2, you can have 150 of them. For level 3, 4, and 5, you can have 50 of them. So you can have a total of 200 keystones, I'm assuming. Because I assume it's not, 150 of level 1 and 150 of level 2 and things like that. I'm assuming it means level 1 and 2 combined, you get 150. Level 3, 4, and 5 combined, you get 50. That's what I'm thinking. All right. So that was interesting. I don't know. What I understand from what we just read about saving the auto battles is that if I did another keystone, it would be a different map. And it's going to be just like random map every time that you do a keystone. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. That's my guess. But interesting. All right, cool. Back out of there. All right. We have, well, for one thing, I've got some things in the shop to claim. So let's go do that. Time limited offers. Daily luck. We have 20 diamonds, 40,000 gold, 100 stamina. And then in the W Gold shop, we go on to the right tab there, and then this chest, and we get 10 diamonds for that. Regular bundle, we got this daily free offer over here, 10 diamonds for that. All good. All right. Also, another thing I noticed is this right here, this elf pass. It's interesting because it like flickers between the two. So we've got like a rotating banner here. It shows the gold dragon pass, and then sometimes it shows the elf pass. Never saw the elf pass until I opened up this this gear dungeon, and I don't know if the elf pass is related to the gear dungeon or if it was just an update that happened to come along. Arivian says, no, the map is the same. What changes is the mobs. Oh, well, that's interesting. There are so many combinations. Huh. Well, that's super cool. That's okay. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about it because that means that you always just have the 3 platforms, and you're primarily going to be focused on your melee units for that. Unless the map also change? Does it change with the season maybe, or do you that's just the only map there is for the gear dungeon? I don't know. All right, so the elf pass is a new thing for me. Whether it's a new thing for the game or whether it's just a new thing for me remains to be seen. But so far, what I've gotten on it is weird stuff, like these wisdom meteorites that came from the distant sky used for forging artifacts for platform heroes in Wisdom Forge. It's very specific. But then I don't know. There's a lot of things here. Dungeon crystal. I feel like again this is kind of related to the gear dungeon. Irvian says, nope. I'm assuming that nope is that the map does not ever change. It's just forever the same. That's very strange. Dungeon crystal is a mysterious crystal obtained in the gear dungeon. It can be used to redeem items in the dungeon shop. When the dungeon shop refreshes, the remaining crystals will not be removed. Well, that's good to know. Anyway, there's some interesting items on this elf pass thing. But we'll go over to the Gold Dragon Pass where I have some rewards to claim. Weekly quests. We have 750 Gold Dragon tokens, and that levels us up to level 5 in that. And then for clearing any stage 50 times, we got 1,125 Gold Dragon tokens, and that levels us up to level 6. So, come over here. Let's claim these 2 items. We got 1 Ancient Summoning Crystal and 80 stamina for that. Always a good thing to get some more of. Okay, over in the Oracle's Trial in Forgotten Palace, we have opened up this reward here, which is 400,000 gold. Also, since we're here, participating in Gear Raid 3 will allow us to win trophies and redeem rewards. Let's go there. Now, we're still on 17 on the auto battle because, unfortunately, when I did my my clear of stage 18 earlier, I let a little fish get through. There was this one dude who just snuck on in, and it was not. I don't know. It was expected. I really didn't expect to win that battle at all. So I wasn't surprised when somebody got through. What I was surprised about was winning it in the end. But anyway, got some auto battles going regardless. Let's get out of there. Events. Corridor of Glory, I have 40,000 gold. That was for leveling up, starring up, promoting heroes, or upgrading heroes' skills to win trophies and redeem rewards. Yeah, something happened earlier, and I got a Cetrum. I don't actually know exactly how it happened, but it was when it was in this whole thing with the gear dungeons. Those unlocked, and it just set me on this series of clicks that I had to make, and just without knowing why, I got Cetrum as the reward for something, and I think it was for completing that Gear Dungeon 1. I think when I finished that, and I could be wrong, but I think that's what it was. I got him and something else as my reward, and so I was able to go and awaken Cetrum. Pretty cool. Peruvian says, so there are 5 different keystone colors: green, blue, purple, yellow, and red. Green will have one special thingy in the description. You just ran a blue. It had 2. Oh, the little symbols, the little icons, with like the helmets and stuff. Green level 2 and 3. Oh wait, I went too far. I skipped ahead. I just ran a blue. It had 2. Purple has 3, yellow 4, and red 5. Okay, that makes sense because it's in the order of the coloration of rarity. So sure, that makes sense. Then to make things even more difficult, each color has a level. See, this is where my brain is getting. See, I have enough trouble with colors, and so I've established the color order. The Roy G. Biv I can finally get after enough time. They've got their own Roy G. Biv going on in this game, but it kind of coincides with a lot of other games as far as difficulty level. So I can follow it to that degree, right? So you start out in a lot of games, it'll be like gray, and then green, gray, green, blue, white, yellow, orange, red, and sometimes purple. And so this is, it's very similar, and it does in fact start with the gray, and it has that same pattern. So I can follow that. But now we're talking about each color having levels. Well, we'll see. All right. So if you look at the green level 1 you have, it has 1 random thingy at the top. Fun what you were looking at earlier, the big list. Yeah, there's like conditions or whatever. Or like, I don't know, what is it? Is it it's like environmental conditions or something, right? Essentially. And I assume that just gets randomized. All right, let's see here. Looks like we have Tales of the Smith currently running. We have the Corridor of Glory, obviously, that I just mentioned. Both of those end after, so we have today and then we have tomorrow, and then they'll end. Brave Conquest is going to start in 2 hours. So at the end of today, we'll have Brave Conquest running. That's for gear pieces and artifacts. We get rewards. And then the arena event will also start running at that point. That's cool. I will not click the treasure hunt celebration yet because we may have something else to click here. Gold Dragon Pass. We've got obtain 20 pieces of gear from Gear Raid, and we get 750 gold dragon tokens. Alright, out of there. Okay. That's all looking better. Okay, so this wizard here, Malwork, I guess he's a permanent resident. He's not like a visitor. I had assumed when I first saw him on here that he was going to be a visitor of some kind, and that he would go away. And the same for the flying hamster. Yeah, I feel like maybe it's a flying guinea pig. I'm not sure. Anyway, whatever it is, it's not going to be going away. So we're just kind of crowding up our page here a little bit. I have enough trouble with this as it is, so it's getting a little bit crowded on here. But hopefully I can navigate it. Alright, it just occurs to me too that it is almost time for this trading hall to refresh, so I better check and see if I want anything from it. Looks like I haven't claimed anything except for this gift of treasures all week, so it may be a good idea to go ahead and grab some of this before it goes away and refreshes. Let's go ahead and get this grand banquet, and that is going to give us 1 legendary extract, 1 epic skill crystal, and 100 stamina. What else might I want? I think I'll grab the Summoning of Duty next. It's got, awesomely enough, it has 2 legendary skill crystal shards, and 1 legendary summoning crystal shard, and 1 4-star psychic power. How about Prince's Retribution? We can get one of those 4-star psychic powers, 1 legendary extract, and 2 legendary skill crystal shards there. I suppose, yeah, we've got more shards of crystals here, so may as well. Got 2 mythic extract shards, 1 legendary summoning crystal shard, and 50 stamina. And then Electrified Order gives us 1 ancient summoning crystal shard, 2 5-star psychic power shards, and 80 stamina. And then another Electrified Order is up here, and it gives us 80 stamina, 2 legendary skill crystal shards, and 2 mythic extract shards. Alright, and you know what, I'll get this one too. Precautions, why not? We'll get all of them. And that way I can get some free XP potions. 10,000 XP potions, 1 legendary extract, and 30 legendary skill dust. I say free, it's not free. We have to trade in some of these common ingredients in order to get it. Okay, so we did all that. All is well in that regard. I think now I will come over here to this friendly Hyperion fellow, and we'll go ahead to whatever the daily thing is. We got this basic trial here. Terrible plan that was, because I have background fights running right now. Okay, answer is simple. Let us end the background fights, and then we can go and do some quick clears thing. These faction trials, because I'm not going to do much with them tonight. It's almost 1 o'clock already. We've got things to do, places to go. Alright, let us now quick clear this. We got 156 XP potions and 12 of the Shelter Insignia 2s for that. 3s rather, not 2s. Okay, and then head back over here to the Trial of the Northerners, and I will also quickly clear this. It's too bad because I think that the Trial of the Northerners is one that I definitely need to redo and put more of my people in, but that's okay. 156 XP potions and 16 Spirit Insignia 2s for that. Let's go to the Pantheon and see if there's anything. Nah, nothing exciting here to spend. I could try to assemble 12 more pieces. That's just not gonna happen. Okay, get out of there then. Nothing to claim on that list that I could see. So, let's go to quests. I know I'm gonna need to summon something soon. Clearing faction trial on any difficulty level 1 time gave us 10,000 gold and 2 lucky knives. Also occurs to me, I failed to start things running again. I stopped some stuff, but I didn't start any stuff. Maybe I shouldn't check though, because I think there's maybe a guild quest we should do first. Potentially, yes, Titanic Ruins. Let us not forget to auto attack that thing too. Clear faction trial on any difficulty level one time. It gives us 20 guild coins, 28 guild activity tokens, and one small stamina potion. We do need to go challenge Drake's Chasm 2 times. I think I better start some background fights first before I go and do any of that business. Gear raid 3. Let's click go here, and I think perhaps I should quick clear some. Maybe not. We'll just do auto fights. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right, start that. Go on out, and then I was gonna do the dragon thing, right? Yeah. Drake's Chasm. Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna have to. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to auto fight again. One of these days. Something interesting though, whenever I look these over, like when I'm watching them and I'm not doing them, I can see these little symbols coming over their heads. And like Dao Chen, she had her little feather fan come on over her head. Okay, I just saw Cetrum's some kind of symbol was over his head. I don't know what it means. There's a symbol there over that was over Arrogance's head. Now see, here we have the feather thing. What is it? What does this visual cue mean? I have no idea. I don't know. Is it no idea. Feather again. Is it the artifact? I know that her artifact is the feather fan. Some indication of that. Haven't a clue. It's interesting though. Peruvian says it's artifact, so it's when it's triggering, huh? Well, that's cool. That explains why not everyone has them going off. It looks like Arubian, oh not Arubian, you're Arubian. It looks like Arrogance rather. Had his going off. Dao Chan had hers going off, and someone else did. Alright, so that was 10,054 Dragon Blood from that. Let's see. Go do Nightmare 2 auto fight thing. Lots of auto fights going on here. Tried to get in a little bit earlier today, but unfortunately, in some ways, I got drug into a I don't know how to explain it. It's not D&D. It was an RPG that like a tabletop RPG, TTRPG that one of the customers at my son's cards and comics store had created. So this is a new one, I guess you'd say. And so anyway, he was here and he was gathering up a group, and I ended up kind of getting not drug into playing exactly, but drug into observing and adding input to that game. So it's very interesting. I think that he did a very good job. But it was definitely long. And of course, I mean, anybody who's played, games like D&D is aware I'm sure that those take some time. And so yeah, I had been hoping to come on significantly sooner, more, as far as like being able to stream while I did it. And that just wasn't quite able to happen today. So we finished that. We got 10,287 Dragon's Blood. And now the other thing that we probably ought to be sure to get done today is the weekly thing. Challenge Drake's Chasm 2 times. That gives us 20 guild coins, 20 guild activity tokens, and 5,000 gold. Now, how do we get there? Go to build info. Oh yes, right. Donations. Do I need to? No, I got those. Okay, excellent. Good job, me. Alright. Titanic Ruins, however, I haven't done. And again, I'm just going to like fight and do the auto fight thing. Oof. That's definitely a team I'm gonna have to replace a good bit of whenever I do this again, because it could use some work. Just say that. Plus side, both Team 1 and Team 2 of this fight would be significantly better once I'm able to rerun them. For now, I think I barely got those, I think 1,000 points is what you have to get a chest. And I feel like this, between the two of these fights, it barely gets me over 1,000. No idea how much difference there would be if I redid it, but I feel like it would be fairly significant. Yeah, see, that was 742. And then I think this next one, whatever I did, it gets me like 300 or like 280 or something ridiculous like that. But that's okay. I'll take it. Better than nothing. A lot of those guys don't even have any gear on right now because I haven't used them in a while. On both teams, Team 1 and Team 2 of this. Setrum just immediately killed the dust. I don't know if you guys saw that, and then he just boom, he's out. Alright, so it was 378. Not phenomenal, gotta say. That's alright. We'll move forward. I haven't done any of that Void Rift thing either this week. Not gonna have time to, unfortunately. At some point, it would be cool. But it's not happening tonight. Alright, let's go... Let's go to the orchestra, because it looks like we have a reward to claim over here. It is 30 diamonds. Nice. Nice. Get back out of there and go over to the Gold Dragon Pass, where we have challenged Titanic Ruins 2 times and save the results. We did it. Congrats, us. 1,500 Gold Dragon tokens in our pocket and a level 8 to boot. Level rewards, we get these lovely items that you see right here before you. We have 10 flawless meteorites and 5 auto fight attempts. Cool. I always am happy about anything like that. I wonder how many meteorites I have. Probably not too many, because I don't do the artifact material raids very often. And I just made artifacts out of the things today or yesterday. Maybe it was yesterday. I barely was able to get in at all yesterday because it was a long day of real life gaming, I suppose you could call it. Alright, so all well and good, I think there. Let's go to the arena. I have one arena permit at the moment, and I can go give this guy a shot. Player 142928110 from Croatia has 329,003 BP. We have 363,919 BP. This is the one I was telling you guys about earlier. I was just kind of experimenting. I don't know if I love it, but it's okay. I did get to try out Rosalia with this team and Talon, so it's interesting. I don't have a Lord going on, which is a problem. Nobody seems to share factions. Well, they've thrown out Talon right out the gate. She's got Nature's Resolve. Increases attack by 40% and all damage reduction by 20%. Dispels one debuff from the hero every 5 seconds, and when taking direct damage, restores 5% of their max HP for the hero and adjacent allies. So I'm wondering if they have something on Talon that lets them block an extra person or something. Because I noticed, and maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like she was able to stop all 4 of those guys in their tracks, and so none of them got by, which is always the issue that I have here with trying to put somebody, you know, at a forward assault like that, or a forward defensive position as this would be, because somebody always sneaks by, right? And so how do we do that? I know that there's something that gives extra blocks, an artifact that can be used. So did they put that on Talon, perhaps, in her melee form? I'm not sure. Alright, so stats show that Talon topped the damage with 3,175,190, followed by Nazah, who's consistently high as well, at 3,068,160 damage. Then Idrin and Arrogance both did well. Arrogance had 2,543,480, and Idrin had 2,207,410. Interesting. We got 3 arena coins for that battle. Alright, let's hop back out of here. And what else need I at the moment? Let's see, events. Not gonna have time for the Immortal Codex right now, but I will do the Treasure Hunt celebration. This is the one where we are using knives on this little board right here. And it looks like this ends tonight, so it's a good time to do it. We got 400 stamina from the special reward of this floor. Gonna head to the next floor. Okay, lots of golden things going on this level. We got 10 epic skill dust, 4,000 gold, 10 epic skill dust once more, 10 rare skill dust, 4,000 gold, 4,000 more gold, 20 stamina, 10 epic skill dust, 10 rare skill dust, 4,000 gold, 4,000 more gold, 4,000 more gold, 20 stamina, and there's the 3 rare summoning crystals we were seeking out. Now we have 1 more lucky knife to use on this next floor, and let's see here. Let's give it a go. It was 20 stamina. Very nice. Alright, back out of there. We do have some more dailies to do in the quest area here, I believe. Give friendship points one time. Let's do that. Quick claim and give. We're going to have to redeem some stamina before we can do more of that. So, let's just max that out. So I don't know anything else to do with the friendship points than that very thing we just did. We gave the rest. Oh hey, got a message from Cody earlier who says Guan 2026 you wore promo. So that's the promo code. So Guan 2026. Let me type this in the chat for you guys. All right, so it's GUAN 2026 U. So it's YU and then WOR, and that is the promo code. All right. So I haven't plugged that in yet. I think, let's see here. Where do we go for that? It's been a little while. Maybe it's here and you go down to settings. Yes, and then redeem code, radio. All right, so GUAN 2026 YU, and then that's not a U, YU, WOR. Not word. My gosh, my fingers, I swear. There we go. Redemption successful, all is well. Let's come over here and see what we got. It is 100 diamonds. Very nice. Now, we're going to send a thank you to Cody over here, because you know what? It's very kind of him to think of us. And someday, I'm going to click the buttons good. It's going to happen. There we are. All right. Thanks. I was able to type thanks, so that's something new. Okay, so giving friendships one time gives us 10 more friendship points and 2 lucky knives. We're also going to go and perform one summon and see who we get. Okay, so we've got some things going on. We have extra legendary hero. So this is a buy one, get one free situation. You can only have it happen one time. There's 1 day and 1 hour left on this surprise invocation spirit, so if you haven't done it yet, you still have a little bit of time. So yes, I will. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use this. We'll see. Alright, so I got Hayden, the 2-star fighter. Bulking and tanky, this trusty warrior can reduce hero summoning costs. Alright, so we got that. And then the other things that are running right now in this regard. Special invocation of spirits. So this increases your chances of getting Lucius and Xeris by 20 times. So that means if you hit a legendary slot, then your chances of it being Lucius or Xeris is increased that much. Then if you don't get those and you get an epic, then your chances of getting like Hollow, Livian, and this person, it's Mari. It's Mari. Alright, so Hollow, Livian, and Mari also goes up by 20 times. That's not exactly the right phrasing. The chances of getting those guys are 20 times greater than they are getting someone else in those slots. The crazy invocation of spirits, your chances of getting any legendary goes up. It's doubled. You have twice the chance of getting a legendary as you otherwise would. Special divine summoning and crazy divine summoning are the same thing, just using the legendary tokens, and you can only get 4 and 5-star guys here, whereas with the rare summonings, as usual, you can get 2, 3, 4, or 5 stars. So, alright, I would like to get Lucius. That would be cool. Just because I want to know what he does. Really, I could just look and see what he does, however, so it really doesn't matter too much. I think I'm going to save what remaining crystals I have for the most part in order to try to get, I don't know, my understanding is there's going to be a choose your own hero situation going on next weekend, I believe. So, do want to save up a little bit for that to go. Alright, we have, in the Oracle's Trial, a reward waiting for us. It is 100 stamina, so hey, let's grab it. Stamina is currently very high at the moment, 827 out of 256 maximum. So, that's something to keep in mind as well. Going over the quest, performing when summoned, gives us 2 lucky knives and 2 4-star psychic power shards. We also can now claim the box at the top, which is another 35 diamonds and 2 lucky knives. Alright, so we can level up heroes 3 times. Sure, let's see. Who do I want to try to level up? And is it going to be one of these guys? I think it will. I think it'll be old Abby Zhao here. I've been wanting to level her up. I could do, I think it's Olog. Yeah, I could do him. So why don't I compromise and do a couple of levels for Olog and then 1 level of Abby Zhao. So there's 1, 2 for Olog, and then we'll come up here to Abby Zhao and give her a level as well. There we go. Now we'll claim this 1 stamina potion sample and 2 lucky knives. Now we need to claim the Tide Onslaught reward 1 time, and I'm just gonna go and claim it. I'm not going to, again, I'm not gonna use my Tide talents. I'm not gonna try to withstand the wave. I'm just gonna claim the loot and call it good enough, you know? Alright, we got 32 legendary skill dust, 352 talent points, 58 epic skill dust, 13,000 gold, 45 stamina, 100 rare skill dust, 1 fallen reaper demon soldier shard, 1 small arachnid demon soldier shard, and 1 scale mage demon soldier shard. Bring that Tide Wave claim. Alright, so we'll then come over here, claim this 1 stamina potion sample and 2 lucky knives for claiming the Tide rewards. Weird thing. Claim things for claiming things. It's the way it works in this game. Alright, so we got all that. What else am I failing to remember? That is the question. But let's check the little flying guinea pig. Maybe he can help. Daily goals are currently finished. Ah, right, of course. Make 1 purchase in the Awakening shop. Again, I've never really, I've never done this. I've just been saving up these Awakening coins. I'm not sure why I want to make a purchase in this. For a possible reason. I don't want, okay, so of the things I might want, there are the legendary skill crystals. Those are pretty nice. I don't know if it's worth 800 of these awakening points for me to get that, though. That doesn't seem like something I'm interested in. Okay, now, hold on. We've got Perunal or Soulstone. I don't want it, but it's cool that it's there. The Eutral Soulstone is here. Laurel Soulstone is here. Neat. I don't know. Again, is it worth 400 coins? Laurel is pretty nice. I do use her very occasionally. I did use her quite often. When you don't have a lot of people who are doing very well, she does very well at boosting those people who are doing very well. So if you have like 2 people who are very, very good, and then you just don't really have anybody else, then Laurel is great because she can increase the ones who are doing very well, and that increase is significant. So that's a whole thing. However, I don't really have the grand desire to use my tokens. I certainly don't want any rare hero soulstones. If I were going to get something, what would I get? I could do some huge stamina potion. That's always useful, comes in handy. I have not yet come in any danger of running out of mithril. I don't really understand these things, spirits. Send your gear to new heights and all that business. Maybe I just haven't gotten to that point in a lot of ways. I get those spirit things. I just started getting those, more recently. I don't know. It's interesting. Okay, here's a Cyrus Soulstone. I don't have Cyrus. There's an Abomination Soulstone. I don't have Abomination. And here's a Crotch Soulstone. Crotch? Maybe Cratch? Not sure. Anyway, I don't have him either. And I don't have gold coins, so it wouldn't matter. Legendary Awakening tokens. So, Odin says those spirits are used for sending gear. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Sending gear, I assume it's the same as like promoting artifacts, right? But it's for gear. Alright, I suppose since I don't really know why I would want to get anything, maybe I'll just get a huge stamina potion. Why not? Seems like that can't be too bad of a miss. Let's do it. Let's see if it updates anything. Tap to close? No, it didn't. I assume it made our little hamster, a flying hamster. He's pleased now because we clicked the button good. I think what I might do is go to setup and turn that off because it doesn't seem to have actually done anything that excites me or entices me. So let's just turn that particular one right off. Excellent. Love it. Alright, challenge goals. Go to Guild War. I don't think I want to. Go to Immortal Codex. I did go there. I chose not to do anything in it. And I guess that's all there is to it. I feel like, though, it could potentially have the guild quests in it. It doesn't seem to. So, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about the window. It's an interesting concept. I'm not sure I'm all about it. Okay. Let's look over here. And... Sneegus. Sneegus from the Czech Republic. I wonder if that's how you pronounce that. Probably not. From the guild question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Alright. It's probably a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I see that one of those extraordinary gentlemen is Ajax. Interesting team. Alright, cool. Alright. I think I've done most of the things at this point. I will collect this stuff. We got 94,710 coins, 16,500 XP potions, a little variety of gear of all shapes and sizes, 515 Forgotten Palace trophies, 10 Stitched Carrion Demon Soldier Shards, and 10 Axe Slaughterer Demon Soldier Shards. Cool. I'm going to click OK here, and that way I can start on a grand new mission of doing a bajillion Gear Raid 3 things. Auto fight looks like, well, that can't be right. There we go. Auto fight 33 times. That's a lot of times. So first, maybe we don't do that and we quick clear a few of those. I think we could safely quick clear like 10 of them. Yes, let's do it. Okay, we'll click OK on that. We got 235 Forgotten Palace trophies, 10 Demon Soldier Shard of Frozen Raiders, 43,050 coins, 7,560 Hero XP potions, and then a little variety of gear. Now, we'll do the auto fights. We'll just max that out, and those can run while we're not even necessarily noticing. We got one 4-star Psychic Power Shard there. Alright, out of here. And then the one other thing I want to make sure to do before I forget to is, because we do have the Tales of the Smith running, I want to go to the 0 to 3 gear that I have. And I want to bulk organize throw all of that in bulk enhance all of that up to level 4, and that way we can get some rewards from that. Because you know what, we may as well get what we can out of Tales of the Smith. So we did that. We head over to this and we go down. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the treasure hunt celebration too. That's another important one to get done before I log out for the night. But we did get this one rare skill crystal here. We do have another day left on this, so it's not imperative. It just is something that I wanted to not forget to do. So let's head over to the treasure hunt celebration, and we have 10 knives to throw. Let's see what we can do with it. We got 10 epic skill dust, 4,000 gold, 10 rare skill dust, 10 more rare skill dust, 10 epic skill dust, 10 epic skill dust, 20 stamina, 20 more stamina, and 100,000 gold. We can go ahead and head to the next floor. It's not going to matter. We only have one more thing to click, so odds of it being what we need, nah, of course not. Alright, we got 20 more stamina though, so that was fun. Let's get out of there. And then in the Dragon Pass area, weekly quests, successfully enhanced gear 20 times. We did that, so we get 750 gold dragon tokens, and leveled up to number 9. Heading back over to the level rewards, we have a little chest here. It's an Insignia 3 Choice Bundle 1. What that means is, whenever we decide to, we can choose a list, or choose from this list of insignias, 5 Marksman 3s, 5 Endurance 3s, 5 Melee Attack 3s, or 5 Mages 3s insignias. Normally what I do with those is I forget that they exist, and then eventually I may recall it and suddenly blow them up. But yes, that's my operating procedure there. Alright, also I want to check in the storage for the shards, and I do have a couple looks like things to put together here. So we got a legendary skill crystal, which is always helpful because I'm constantly out of those, very low on them at least. So we got one of those, and then we also have this gear recasting hammers, which I've used 0 of so far, but someday I feel quite certain that I will use them. Let's see how many of those I actually have at the moment, for curiosity's sake. Of course, I have no idea where they're stored. So there's that. Gear recasting hammer guys. Where are you? Oh, there you are. So it looks like I have 10 of them currently. I suspect that once I decide to start using them, I'll probably be like, oh man, I don't have nearly enough of these guys. But regardless, for the moment, I have 10 of them. Alright, get out of there, and I think what I will do before I log out is I'll come and check the mine and get what we can from here. So we have 3,050 coins, 1,900 XP potions, 13 stamina, 1 diamond, and 2 mithril. There we go. Okay, excellent. Alright, now it is almost 1:30 in the morning, so I better get off of here. It was always fun playing with you guys and chatting with you. Hopefully I will see you again tomorrow. If you're not following me, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see next time I go live. For now, I'm going to run off and try to get ready for bed. I will see you all later. Have a good night.